AI Job Apocalypse, Dream Simulation Developer. Welcome to the AI Job Apocalypse series. I'm Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and this is the future of work as you've never seen it before. The Dream Simulation Developer, a role that blends software engineering, neuroscience, emotional intelligence, and therapeutic storytelling into one reality-bending career. What is a dream simulation developer? This is not your average tech role. A dream simulation developer doesn't just code applications or design basic virtual experiences. They create full-scale, immersive, emotionally reactive simulations that mimic the logic and feel of dreams. These aren't games, though they may look like one. They aren't therapy, though many are used in trauma reprocessing. They are, in essence, virtualized journeys into the subconscious, coded experiences that simulate dream states for the purpose of healing, emotional exploration, identity repair, or high-concept entertainment. This profession emerged from the convergence of four major technological and cultural trends: immersive reality, VR, AR, MR, biometric feedback integration, trauma-informed AI design, and the growing need for psychological escape. As anxiety, isolation, and burnout rose in the digital age, especially post-2020, more people began seeking therapeutic alternatives that didn't require talk therapy, diagnosis, or even words. They wanted to feel something, to process something, to explore their own internal worlds in a space that felt safe but deeply real. That's where the dream simulation developer stepped in. What does the job actually involve? At its core, this role is about building guided experiences that act like digital dreams. These simulations are coded with surreal visuals, nonlinear time structures, symbolic interaction, and AI-driven adaptive responses. The environments shift based on the user's biometric data, such as heart rate, skin temperature, or neural activity, and the choices they make inside the simulation. Imagine a landscape that becomes darker as your anxiety rises, or a childhood room that shifts into a battlefield if your trauma response is triggered. These aren't pre-scripted cutscenes. They are fluid, living ecosystems, designed to evoke and help users metabolize deep subconscious material. The job starts with mapping the emotional or psychological intention of the simulation. Is this journey designed to help someone confront grief, reclaim childhood wonder, reprogram trauma loops? Each goal changes the coding architecture, sensory elements, pacing, and symbolic language of the dream. Developers often work with therapists, neuroscientists, artists, and prompt engineers to build simulations that are both immersive and neurologically relevant. The role requires expertise in Unity, Unreal Engine, AI scripting tools, and biometric integration frameworks. But just as important is the ability to understand emotion, archetypes, symbolism, and dream logic. This is not just a technical job, it's emotional architecture. Where are these simulations being used? Dream simulations are being adopted by multiple industries for very different purposes. In digital therapy clinics, they are used to help clients experience inner healing journeys without the need to talk. Trauma reprocessing through virtual dream states is especially helpful for clients who are nonverbal, avoidant, or neurodivergent. In corporate wellness settings, dream simulations are being used as burnout recovery tools. Executives and employees can enter curated simulations that simulate emotional decompression, restore nervous system balance, and help retrain their stress responses through symbolic metaphor and sensory immersion. In entertainment and gaming, the dream simulation model is shifting the future of storytelling. Instead of watching a movie or playing a game, users enter a world that responds to their inner state, with branching narratives that are emotionally driven rather than goal-driven. And finally, in spiritual development, dream simulation is being used to induce meditative states, test lucid dreaming, and create custom journeys for vision quests or intention-setting rituals. Required skills and training. Becoming a dream simulation developer requires a hybrid skill set. You need strong foundational knowledge in immersive reality platforms, like Unity or Unreal Engine, as well as experience in AI prompt engineering, narrative design, and sensory integration. However, that's just the surface. You'll also need a working understanding of psychology, somatic trauma theory, and biometric feedback systems. Knowing how to code a surreal dreamscape isn't enough. You need to understand what triggers the human mind, what soothes the nervous system, and how the subconscious processes symbols. Many successful dream simulation developers today are also trained in Jungian psychology, expressive arts therapy, neurofeedback, or trauma-informed coaching. Certifications in biofeedback and emotion sensing AI are increasingly in demand. Prompt design is also crucial. Since much of the simulation architecture is now powered by text-to-world systems, how you phrase the narrative, visual metaphors, and emotional cues in your prompts determines the quality of the world being built. This is where psychology meets code. Income potential. This is where things get serious. Because the skill set is rare and the demand is rising, dream simulation developers are starting at mid-six figures in the therapeutic and enterprise sectors. Those working in high-end trauma recovery clinics or as part of luxury mental wellness firms are commanding premium rates due to the emotional risk, intellectual property involved, and client impact. Freelancers building personal simulations for creators, spiritual leaders, or high net worth individuals are charging per simulation, ranging from 5K to 50K plus, depending on the length, biometric interactivity, and depth of psychological mapping required. In the entertainment industry, dream simulation developers are being hired as emotional environment designers, creating immersive experiences for next-gen streaming, VR cinema, and gaming platforms. Salaries here vary widely, but top developers with a track record are earning in line with creative directors and showrunners, especially those working with tech giants or studio-backed wellness projects. As this job becomes more mainstream, boot camps, certifications, and AI integration schools are starting to pop up, making it more accessible to future developers without formal degrees. But as of now, it remains one of the most lucrative emerging careers in the immersive emotional tech space. Industry forecast. Dream simulation is part of a broader trend called emotive computing or affective reality, the use of AI to respond to and generate emotion in real time. This industry is projected to explode as mental health crises collide with tech innovation. With traditional therapy systems overwhelmed, digital alternatives that feel real, personalized, and safe are being aggressively developed. The global market for digital therapeutics and immersive healing is expected to reach billions in the next 5 years, especially as companies begin pairing biometric devices, wearables, EEG headbands, haptic suits, with emotionally reactive simulations. And with consumer interest growing in lucid dreaming, trauma reprocessing, and nervous system regulation, dream simulations are no longer fringe. They are functional. By 2030, it's likely that major streaming platforms, virtual wellness centers, and even insurance companies will begin integrating therapeutic simulations as part of care packages or subscription models. Developers who specialize in emotional landscapes will be at the center of this revolution. Why this job matters now. In a world where people are losing jobs to automation and AI, the demand for inner-world guidance is skyrocketing. People don't just want more content, they want transformation. They want to feel seen, soothed, and safe in a digital environment. And as trust in traditional institutions declines, people are turning inward and to technology for answers. The dream simulation developer is part of that answer. They don't just build fantasy, they build therapeutic fiction with real-world consequences. They create portals into healing that were never accessible before, especially for people who didn't have the language, access, or time to sit in traditional therapy. If you're someone with a creative mind, a deep understanding of emotion, and the technical drive to build surreal worlds that respond to human pain and beauty, you're not just employable in this field, you are essential. This was Dream Simulation Developer, just one of the jobs rising from the ashes of the old world. If the collapse of your career has left you anxious, take heart. The future is full of new roles, but only for those who learn to pivot fast, think deeper, and move toward the frontier. I'm Adeline Atlas, and this is AI Job Apocalypse. What gets replaced, what gets reborn. I'll see you in the next video. Hi, I am Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and SOS, School of Soul has a brand new series, the AI and Future Technology series. Look, you know the world is changing, and no, it's not going back to normal. Normal is over, and what's coming next is beyond anything we were prepared for. The School of Soul, AI and Future Technology series includes 319 videos on 1. The Download Society, How Data Has Replaced Destiny. 2. Predictive Future, Your next moves aren't random, they're forecasted. 3. Social Credit Systems, The Behavioral Economy Now Governs Access. 4. Hive Mind, Synthetic Telepathy and Collective Algorithmic Control. 5. Nanobots Inside You, Medical, Military, and Programmable Intrusions. 6. Grief Tech, AI-Fueled Digital Resurrection and Simulated Comfort. 7. Uploading Your Mind, Consciousness Transfer and Data-Based Identity. 8. Deep Fakes plus AI Clones, The Replication of Reality and Identity Theft. 9. Quantum Humans, The Merger of Biology with Quantum Systems. 10. Digital Afterlife, Where Your Data Goes When You Die. 11. Resurrection Science, Reviving Life Through Synthetic Methods. 12. Immortal Science, The End of Death as We Know It. 13. Longevity Science, Gene Editing, Anti-Aging, and Bio-Upgrades. 14. Designer Babies, Engineered Perfection Before Birth. 15. Artificial Wombs, Birth Decoupled from the Female Body. 16. 3D Printing, Printing Organs, Limbs, and even humans. 17. The Humanoid Era, The Rise of Synthetic Beings Among Us. 18. Legacy Humans, The Slow Phase-Out of Unmodified Analog People. 19. Smart Cities, Algorithmic Environments That Watch and Decide. 20. Cloud-Based Societies, Citizenship Without Borders or Bodies. 21. Hackable Humans, Emotion, Memory, and Behavior Under Code. 22. Biometric Scanning, Your Body is Your Password and Your Prison. 23. Sex Tech, Intimacy Reprogrammed by Machines. 24. Extinction of Gender, Fluidity, Deletion, and Design of Identity. Every topic is fully explored with real-world technologies, patents, case studies, ethical analysis, and future forecasts. These aren't someday discussions. This is already happening. Join the SOS School of Soul Vault to overstand the future before it's implemented on you.